In the morning, the man asked his wife to take their daughter to the CT room for a checkup, while he waited outside, but after he took a nap, he found that it was already dusk, and his wife and daughter still hadn't come out. The man originally thought that his wife, seeing he was fast asleep, had taken the child out to eat, but when he looked outside, he found that his car was still parked in the same spot. So the man immediately went to the front desk to inquire with the nurse, but the other party said they had just started their shift. It wasn't her who had received the man. She didn't know the situation either, but there was no information about his daughter in the system. The nurse reassured him that medical checkups usually take a while, and asked him to wait patiently, but the man was not satisfied with the nurse's response. What kind of checkup takes 5 hours? So the man asked the nurse to contact Dr. Ram, who had attended to his daughter in the morning. However, the reply he got was that Dr. Ram had already finished her shift. Now another doctor was on duty. The man then requested to speak with the doctor currently on duty, but the nurse told him to wait a little while. While waiting in the lobby, the man couldn't shake the feeling of unease. Seeing that a lot of time had passed, he anxiously went back to the front desk. He asked the nurse to check the system again, but once again there was no information about his daughter in the system. So he started searching through the registration forms on the desk. He clearly remembered signing his name on one, but now he couldn't find it. The nurse explained that the registration forms are replaced when shifts change, and the previous information is entered into the system. However, the system still showed no information about his daughter. This was really strange. The man couldn't understand why, even though he had clearly registered, and it was Dr. Ram at the hospital who had received him, and he had personally watched his wife take their daughter into the elevator to go to the basement for a CT scan. He couldn't figure out why there was no record. The man angrily slammed his hand on the desk and demanded the nurse call the CT room to check if there had been a woman and child there. Because of the man's forceful attitude, he quickly got a response, but the response was that the last patient to be seen in the CT room was at 9 a.m. and there had been no other scans since then. This was utterly absurd, because his wife and daughter had arrived at 11 a.m. A sense of foreboding rose in the man's heart. Seeing that asking the nurse was meaningless, the man then secretly slipped into the inpatient area. He wanted to find his wife and daughter himself, but soon his unauthorized entry into the ward was noticed by hospital security. The on-duty doctor also came over when he heard the commotion. Upon learning that the man was searching for his wife and daughter, the doctor didn't press the issue too much. Instead, the doctor fetched the admission records, but ended up saying the same thing as the nurse. Just as the man was thinking about how to prove that his daughter had come, he suddenly noticed the nurse standing nearby. It was the nurse who had received his daughter in the morning. The doctor immediately called the nurse over. The nurse's answer made the man very happy, because she said she had seen him, but the nurse's next words caused the man to lose control of his emotions. The nurse said that the man had come to the hospital because of a head injury, and she was the one who had treated his wound, but she had never seen his wife and daughter.